Hello, I am Jonathan Crook, Print Technical Consultant for HP. In this training video, I will quickly show you how to download and set up the Universal Print Driver for HP single function printers and MFPs. To download the Universal Print Driver, you're going to open up your web browser and you're going to go to www.hp.com/go/UPD. This will take you to the screen where then you'll see a software and drivers option. When you scroll down and expand the driver area, you'll see two options for a PostScript driver and a PCL6. In most cases, you'll be downloading a PCL6 driver, but PostScript is available if you need to. So you will download the driver here and it will download a zip file. What you're going to do then is extract that zip file to install the driver. Once we've extracted the files out of the zip file, to install the print driver, we're going to scroll down and we're going to click on install. The installer gives us a couple options. One is traditional mode, which is like a singular printer for a singular object, and that's it. And the other one's dynamic mode. So I'm going to show you dynamic mode first. Dynamic mode is all geared around creating a singular printer that has the graphic user interface to go out and search for all the HP devices on the network and allowing you to pick and choose which printer you want. So for this one here, we will go ahead and print, and I will show you what that user interface looks like real quick. So the interface looks something like this. And so you can enter an address, or you can search for network printers. In most cases, people search for network printers, and you can see it's finding all the different printers here in my home office. You click on which one you want, and as soon as it's done gathering the information, so right now it's talking to each of the printers, you click on OK, and then you can click on print, right? So this one is one option or different way for printing. This may not be the most useful option in some environments where they do not like this graphic user interface for printing, and that's where that traditional mode comes into play. And so with the traditional mode, there's a couple different ways we can do it. One is we can run the installer like we've done before. And what we'll do is we'll select traditional mode instead, and we'll click next. And what it's going to do, it's going to open up a prompt that's Windows of, okay, where is your printer located? And this is generally where you're going to say, I'm going to add a printer using an IP, or if the IP address is already built into Windows, has already been used, you can say add local printer or network printer with manual settings. So I can come in here, I can create a new TCP IP port. For this instance, it's already been created, so I'm going to select the IP address that I'm choosing and click on next. And then from here, it's going to give you two options for which type of driver you want. Now, it's really important to know that the reason there are two options is because this is a standard one, and if I were to choose this option or install the next version of the UPD, it would override the existing version inside of Windows. So if you have an environment where you have multiple versions of the Universal Print Driver for different scenarios, whether it's older equipment or software platforms that require an older version, it's always recommended to go ahead and use the one with the version number, which means that it's always going to use that version number and it can't be updated to another version of the UPD, whether it's new or old. So I click on next, and I'm going to say use the existing driver because that's what I'm doing here. And then you're going to give it a name. And so this could be printer one. And I click next, and now it's installing that printer for me in the Windows environment. So installing the printer is as simple as that. With the rest of these prompts, it's pretty straightforward. Most people see it, right? So we're going to click finish. And what you can see here is that our print driver is designed to go out and look and configure itself the first time it's installed. And that's what you see doing here, configuring and installing. And we're going to click finish. And now the print driver has been installed. Another thing that I want to talk about with our print drivers is the ability for it to auto update based on the printer it's currently looking at or talking to, right? And so in this case here, I'm going to go to, where's my printer one? I'm going to click on printer one, and I'm going to go to the printer properties. Inside the properties, because the driver auto configures itself, if you go under device settings and you scroll down, there's this automatic configuration off, and you can see there's an update now. So anytime you make a change to an HP printer, you add an accessory, you add additional paper trays, things like that, right? You want to go back into the print driver here and you want to click on update now. And what this does, it would update, and things like, the different trays would show up as installed versus not installed. So anytime you update the hardware of one of the HP devices, you want to come in here to your print driver and just say update now. That's only really important on the print driver that's by itself. The other one, the graphic user interface one that I showed you in the beginning of this video, that one's always talking to the HP printer. So you don't actually have to go in there and do that. It's only when you create a standalone printer with the printer itself. I hope this has been informative for you. Have a great day.